Hello, my jewels and gems, my precious stones, my undiscovered diamonds. Welcome to my channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Today we will be talking about something that I saw on a colleague of mine's LinkedIn page, and it was a few weeks ago, and I've just been thinking on it, trying to figure out how do I discuss this in a video. There was a post that said, how do I get the job if I have no experience? And I can honestly say it happened to me many times years ago when I was seeking a position in human resources. A lot of times I was just seeking a basic customer service job or many retail jobs. And people would say, oh, well, we like you so much, but you just don't have any experience. I learned quickly that I was just going to have to do something to make myself a little bit more marketable so that I can obtain jobs, because I know a lot of people are being told this. And when you start having dialogue with them, they tell you all the things that they would be able to do and have done in the past. They just don't know how to say it and how to present it on a resume or in an interview setting in order to be a top candidate and ultimately get a position. My main recommendation is going to be to comb through your skills. Now, if someone is seeking a job and you've never worked before, this is not going to be helpful to you. I'm just going to be honest, because you're going to have to articulate or tell the hiring person what you would do in given situations, even though you don't have experience. And that would be my best tip. But a lot of these tips are going to be geared towards people who've worked some and apply for positions, but are being told, oh, but you don't have experience. What I would say to those people are, think about all the things that you've done based on the job you're applying for. Whether it was volunteer work, whether it was work with a family member, whether it was work with a distant relative, or just a few people you know from church or school, or your children's sports teams, things like team moms, team dads, all of those things. In all of those situations, there are skills that you build in all of those examples. There's organization skills. There are skills where you have to talk to people, where you have to communicate. Be able to tell the story of the situations that you faced in those informal settings, and how you can transfer that knowledge and those behaviors to the on-the-job setting. I can't guarantee that you will get a position, but you'll definitely be a standout candidate because the hiring manager or the supervisor or possibly the HR person can see that you can transfer knowledge from situation to situation, which means you're a learner, which means that you could very well be the ideal candidate for the position that you are applying for. And it's a communication thing. And I encourage everyone to look at those things they've done. Even volunteer work. A lot of people say, well, you know, this is not a real job. Treat it as if it's a real job, and it will reward you as if it's a real job. Because a lot of times our volunteer roles are character builders. They're reference builders. We're doing things that we would normally do in an on-the-job setting. The only difference is we're doing it for free. And a lot of people take the attitude, well, oh, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm guilty of it as well. A lot of people go, I'm not getting paid for this. You know, it's just a little volunteer work. No, don't take that attitude. Do it as if it is pay involved, because those are situations that look really good on resumes too. And if you get the interview and you get into the interview setting and you can tell the person that's on the other side of the table looking to hire you what you've done when you were not getting paid, that plants a seed in their mind that you're going to be a great candidate, a great employee once you get on the job. And that might be the difference between moving forward in the hiring process or staying stagnant and not possibly getting the position. And again, I always encourage everyone to write down what positions you've held, what things you've done, how long you've done it, simply because that's always going to benefit you in the long run. Again, these are just my recommendations based on my life experience, and I hope that it builds your confidence within yourself to say, hey, you know what? I do have more skill than I look like. And I do have more skill that I've been putting on my resume and talking about. That way, the very next time you go into an interview, you already have disarmed the argument that, oh, wow, I want to hire you, but you don't have any skill. Now you can see in 1, 2, 3. Now you can show just how valuable you are. And you'll be confident for it because you'll know what you bring to the table. And again, it's always about starting where you are, even if you mess up.